Right, so what we're doing here today is we're trying to do some live streaming, and I am going through the process of, hey RH, what's up man? I'm trying a little thing with some live streaming, and because I'm trying to figure out how it works, yeah man, welcome to the chat brother. Our sister. So I'm just kind of going through the process and the setup. You're doing some taping. So what I have right now is all the output connecting to this particular stream here in YouTube, and I could see the chat. I guess there's a way that I'll be able to see all this inside of YouTube. Can you give me a little indication as to how you're hearing, please? Whether the mic is coming in a little bit too loud. I know there'll be some delays in terms of when I talk and when you'll actually see. So it's a little bit of a delay. Hey Kimberly, how you going? I hope you're doing well. So, as I mentioned earlier, I know nothing about streaming. And I reached out to a couple people to find out about streaming, but that didn't go as well as I had hoped. And not at all that I had intentions of doing anything along these lines, you know. No, I like to do behind the scenes videos. I had a behind the scenes video that I did, you all know, with Richard's Bacon Shark. Ashan, what you saying, brother? I hope you're cool, man. I know you probably are Super Nintendo, man. You grew up in the 80s and 90s. Oh gosh, Donkey Kong, get up there already. So, this is a streaming adventure where I hope to, stream over a couple of weeks or days and kind of get a sense of how streaming works, with the idea that I could, teach people how to go about doing it or make videos along those lines. So I started old school. As I say, I have absolutely no idea what games to play. I know one of the games that I've heard about is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But if it is, you all have ideas in terms of games that we could use to stream, feel free to let me know. This is a learning adventure, an adventure for me from the point of view that I want to teach people to be able how to do it. Because so much times they hear kids telling their parents, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, I want to start Twitch and streaming. I know Twitch is one of the platforms that you could use. So, and video and audio seems to be in sync, so that's great. Yeah, boy, this game made such a huge impression on me. I didn't grow up with TV and radio, but I will tell you something. I could always find myself by the neighbor to get a Super Nintendo. And I could go down by that neighbor the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, and then growing up in the days of arcade. You're going to the arcade in the late 80s and 90s. Boy, Trinity Mall had a small little arcade chuck away in our corner. That was amazing stuff. So these things make a real huge impression on me, and I think even later on my interest in things like computer programming. So as I say, I'm starting small here with the hope that I'm doing old school gaming, and then from there kind of grow and see what's the word, boy, the environment or the ecosystem looks like. Yeah, see that fella there, he always trapped here. Always trapped here. And he don't get tired, boy. He don't get tired. He just keeps spinning. Yeah. And when you're playing Donkey Kong, if you miss that barrel with them stars, Donkey Kong walks with the barrel on top of his head. Diddy Kong walks with the barrel in front of him. And when you collect these balloons, you get these extra, take that. You get these extra lives. No. See what I mean? And if ever you get hit and you lose one of your players, you have the option to get him back by getting one of the barrels with his name on it. I was teaching the children how to play these games, and Haley was doing a pretty good job at it. Anna would kind of mock them, There's one called Dixie Kong. And Anna, yeah, but that's Donkey Kong Country Part 2. I think of all the Super Nintendo games I've ever played, this is the one that stands out the most to me as a kind of all-time favorite. And that's why, as part of the streaming adventure or learning about it, I want to start here. 2 buttons, simple Oh, simple little things. Roll, jump. And there's a button to tag your partner in. Love this. This is the control that I'm using as a USB control. You jump in these barrels here with these stars on it and they shoot you out automatically. So to catch up with the chat, I have a cousin that would rent a gaming console from Super Nintendo to Sega Genesis. You name it, he played it. And this man would play games from Friday evening all into Sunday, you know. He is over 40 now. I might be a family, boy. Yes, I grew up with recording songs with cassette to the radio. Yeah, good times, boy. Kimberly would tell me about, my wife Kim would tell me about doing that, and she say, Jed, you know, you're waiting for the song and you're hoping that the DJ don't talk. Because if the DJ don't talk, you're getting piece of him in the recording. Oh yeah, these flies. I think what stood out about this game, and even more than Mario Brothers for me, is it really progressively got harder. You know, it's one of the games that you feel like the challenge just kept increasing and it was almost fun. I wonder if I have the temperament to beat this whole game on live streaming, boy. What games your pal plays, RH? Any suggestions? I'm kind of thinking about eventually getting into that that multiplayer live streaming stuff. So if you have any recommendations along those lines, I'm real curious to know. And anybody who tuned in into the chat, welcome and thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Oh, when you get 3 of these sharks or dolphins or whatever, oh gosh, he gone. Sometimes you could pull the screen, so let me pull the screen, right, he come back. When you get 3 of these sharks or dolphins, you're able to turn into a dolphin. And you could swim and collect stuff. Hey. But this game is real about timing. And anytime you get the K-O-N-G to spell Donkey Kong, you get an extra life. Good times. I used to wait until late at night when there were minimum And then eventually you had CDs that you could borrow, and you had these dual cassette players with a single CD, and you would be able to record from the CD to the cassette. Yeah, that was a big deal too, boy. Man was doing real business with that at one point in time. It's amazing how these things just evolve, yes? I was, you know, growing up in the age of Atari. I kind of come in on the tail end of Atari, so I knew about Nintendo, but it was really more Super Nintendo was my thing. And you go from these games where you could play individually, you beat it. I never liked beating games, because when I beat the last boss, it would kind of lose the replay value for me. So I never was big on beating games. But it's fantastic how games evolved. Zelda, that's an all-time favorite of mine. Ocarina of Time, that's a really good game. This dolphin could engage and destroy a lot of creatures. So what I hope to be doing in this series of videos is simultaneously live streaming, because I want to get a sense of when a child comes to you. You know, long ago everybody wanted to be a footballer, probably still everybody. But most kids you talk to, particularly teenage boys, you would always hear them express the sentiment that they want to be a gamer, they want to be a live streamer. And you think about starting and having no audience and wanting to grow. Where's the best place to use? Twitch, YouTube, I don't know. Maybe I guess that's what this no. This adventure is about, to get a sense of where is the right where is the right place to start, what platform you should be on, and is it something viable for youths who have the ambition? I don't know. What games should you be playing? I'm not expecting this, for instance, playing Donkey Kong here. I'm not expecting this to go well. A swordfish, thanks, Kimberly. What some songs you had on your mixtape back in the day, RH and Kimberly? I'm not expecting this game to go anywhere and build up any sort of traction. But I think for me, it represents an ideal place to start because it means I know absolutely nothing about the environment and what I should be playing. So yeah, I am very anxious to see how this pans out. That was lame. That's what you call leaping before you look. Oh. I'm kind of interested to see too what kind of wear and tear this has on your live streaming. Because for this to work, I guess I need to be able to stream for about 2 hours, at least 2 to 3 times a week to say you're building up an audience. And then if you're following a particular game like this, there is a storyline that you have and being able to continue. And what is the secret to success for a streamer? Is it something that you could just go out there and randomly do? Do you need to have particular topic areas? How do you go about streaming to an audience that may not be even interested in streaming? For example, the audience, the people that enjoy the videos that I do with, whether it's family vlogs with Kimberly and the girls or videos with Mr. Harry and Farmer Bat, they might be an audience that is a little, up in years. Maybe they age 35 to 90. I've had 90-year-old people call me. So how do you go about finding an audience that might be interested in this? Right now I'm playing a game that I'm nostalgic for. And I don't know if the people watching this, they could relate to things like the Mario Brothers, the Zelda Link to the Past. What about Tetris and Pac-Man? Wait, that is old school there, partner. When there was this Pac-Man back in the day. Before I get to Pac-Man, my day was Backstreet Boys, Bryan Adams, Celine and Britney. Wait, Britney Spears. How old Britney Spears is now, wait? Celine Dion still alive? Donkey Kong and Mario World. Yeah, boy, Reaping, why you so big up to you, brother? Michigan and Smiley, Super Cat, Shabba, Cutty Rags, Terra Fabulous, you name it. Had it on. Wait, Super Cat. Me are the Dandada. Press 2 button and appear gunfire. I remember Super Cat. Super Cat had this kind of nasal drawl that was interesting to him. Tetris and Pac-Man. There was this guy that would be in Trinity Mall playing Tetris and Pac-Man, and partner, this thing moving lightning fast. And never, is it possible to beat Pac-Man? I don't know. I never saw him beat it. I never paid attention to anything in my life when I was listening for radio announcer would start talking. Old school. Hey boys, Zelda was me, A Link to the Past. You ever play Ocarina of Time? Zelda, A Link to the Past was, I think, when I realized that games could be these big puzzles. And I remember at one time trying to write my own game with the own, not necessarily the storyline, but coming up with the puzzles. Oh, so you have the option to save the game here. Wait, you know how revolutionary that was when you could save a game? I got my music CD, some guys on the streets. Yeah, RH, thanks very much, I appreciate it. I didn't dare record the dance, so I couldn't respond me finding that. Oh boy, we are at first boss. And listen, this guy is terrifying. He's so terrifying, he decided that he need to fight you twice. So let me see how this looking. Oh no, this is not who I'm thinking about. I second boss. This guy is Imes. He easy to beat. Now the story is in this game that this guy King Cool, who Anna is absolutely terrified of, King Cool, he steals your banana horde. So we working on slowly making our way through the stages and defeating this banana horde. So we on to him, so we into second world right now. Yeah, Maxi. Do you remember some of them Maxis that it had a long time, partner? Way the Maxis was real serious. Big Maxi and hard pong. You take a bread van Maxi long time, partner. You like. You're ashamed to go in a bread van. And then it. Because they had the. Hey, what am I? How that screen so dark? I can't even see. I don't know what happened with the screen. I think something went bad. You had Quiet Riot, I think was one of the big maxis that they had. They had Survivor. Well, they had Survivor 1 to about 100. Alright, I beat you twice. First it nice. My brother and I were legends in Belmont, Dollar Maxi. And you know, man, when you was in, I remember in secondary school on an evening, I went to Elder Bronx. So I talking back in the day thing. Back in the day, partner, when you hear them 3 big Maxi pull up and them conductor come outside of the 3/4 pants and the vest. As a little fella, I talking here as a 14 or 15-year-old that you... So please allow me a second to teleport into the past, into the mind of a 15-year-old, and you see them big Maxis pull up, partner. And you know, like the baby girls who were in Form 5 or were going in, and it's like, these fellas rocking there. Why is the screen so dark? Something wrong with my game, boy. That's not. I can't see nothing. What I press that way? Legit. Nah, man. When you see them Maxis pull up, partner, there's the hottest man on the block here. Wait, this is a little bit baffling here, boy. I don't know what y'all seeing, but make it a little bit dark there, boy. I'd be very disappointed if it is that the screen just gone here. Was this one way? It's not making any sense. Folks, I think the game glitching on me. That's not. All the screens working fine. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey know what tree to climb. Hey, Owen, what you saying, brother? I'm trying a little experiment in streaming, boy. You know, I reach out to some streamers to see if I could teach people about streaming or get some behind the scenes, and it didn't work out. So I say, well, let me try it myself. You know what I mean? On Donkey Kong, I'm in stage 2, but I believe that I'm having a serious glitch here, and my aim is to beat this game. I have no idea why the screen dark here. Hold on, folks. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulties. Nah, man. I guess this is streaming problems. Hysteria, Maxi, etc. Survivor. Alright. It is absolutely baffling, folks, why I am not getting this particular stage to work. And I'm thinking about how hard it is being a streamer. All I want is for this to show, and it not showing. I'm thinking about how much arcades evolve. I miss going Shogunas and Passion in Arima. Instead I just get to sit down, you know, I think about all them arcade games that's arranged in a circle, and you're going to play with sweaty people and just rule Street Fighter Turbo. And now I'm behind a computer whole day just streaming. Listen, this is depressing. The drive of survival too. What plat? Reset the game? If I reset... You know what? That's an excellent idea. Let me reset the game. Thank you very much for that suggestion. But the thing is, every other aspect of the game working fine. I have reset the game. I loading in my position. Nah, man. Nah. Yeah, well, let me do waste all the time. All I know I do like to waste people time. I go in and find another game, and when I solve that problem, I will be working on continuing this game on the live stream. So we continue in the show. So what I using here right now is I using OBS, streaming onto YouTube from a little access to a faster connection that I have. And I am playing Turbo Street Fighter. Back in the day, I could ask anybody, like in the early 90s. You see, when this game was in the arcade, I was the crack shot in Trinity Mall. Men used to come from all over Trinidad to try and beat me in this game, and they just couldn't make. I remember standing up and playing this game for about 4 hours already. Men must have spent back then 75 cents was a coin, and they spent about $1,000 trying to beat me. And they just didn't work out. I was real dangerous in Street Fighter, but somehow I just, like, I'm not good on the controls here. I just need that joystick in my hand. You'll remember the configurations that they had for Street Fighter. They had 3 buttons on top and 3 buttons below. But I always like the one where they had 3 on top, not the vertical configuration. Oh, come now, man, Sanji, if you're always out of time, innit? Come now, man. That's what we talking about. Yeah, no. I was really good in this game. I beat out arcades all over Trinidad. Whoever from Shogunas, do you all remember the arcade above? I think it was above Royal Castle. Here now, man, when you go there with your $5, you the whole day, you know. What's that? Eventually, I reached a spot where I would just play the game and try to get as many perfects as I could on people. And yeah, I was getting perfects like that, partner. I never beat the game getting a perfect on... Wait. No, I never once beat the game getting a, like, perfects right through from start to finish. Sagat and Bison would always touch me. They always touch me up. Dalsim too, but they each had their own little strategy. But I remember beating the game and getting a perfect on at least one person. One perfect per game. I wish I could get it here. When you hit the man at triples, boy, I don't know. Street Fighter is joystick. One of my ambitions, as lame as this would sound, boy, I would love to have a Street Fighter arcade game at home by me. Turbo Street Fighter, not the new ones like, nah, I don't want that. Turbo Street Fighter, that is... If I accomplish that, I will say, hey, yeah, boy, you accomplish one of your joys. One of the things that you set out as a child. Who's your player in Street Fighter if you're into Street Fighter? As always, Ken. Yeah, I like Ryu. I find Ryu was kind of hard to hit some of the combos. So I never really... like things like triples and whatnot. Hey, let me catch up on the chat, boy. Oh man, what you saying? Oh man... Oh man, what are you doing on live stream, girl? Wait, hey, I wanna shout out Ermin Allen. Ermin Allen is a very special person to me. She was with us growing up in the family, taking care of us back in the 80s, and she is a mother to me. To see her on YouTube is a absolute pleasure. This is our live stream, and I hope you're doing well, and I look forward. I know you're celebrating your birthday soon, so I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, but you're walking in that arcade coins, and again, when you're here, you hit on a game partner that could use 25 cents for coins. Oh gosh, I know that is that is not stuff I should be mentioning or even proud of, but it used to be fun. But it's like, cause 75 cents versus 25 cents a game. That was fantastic. Further, so you're saying, brother, yeah, using a controller here, USB controller, and Street Fighter 4. Which one is that with? Like where you could pick two people and you have Cyclops and Wolverine on there? Gosh, this fella used to give me, but he have his own pattern. He just like to throw magic to go over on that side. Hey, if you have any Street Fighter players in here, anybody one-sided or? That man used to be fighting for that first player, you know, in the arcade. Ah. Kick. No. Oh, you kids. Magic. No. Oh, Ryu. Ryu mash my boy. Ryu lucky or rusty boy. But yeah, man, I was one-sided bad. Yeah, punk. Yes, boy, men used to flatten 5-cent pieces. That is true, Dread. I forget that. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Let me see. Oh boy, I missed our triples there. Men pounding 5-cent pieces, Dread. To flatten it. And arcades evolve so much now, boy. I mean, it's where the money is again, but you go to an arcade now and it's just, you know, it's clearly for like a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 8-year-old. They realize sweaty men is not the way to make money, you know? Don't try that. So games to be live streaming, let me know. Had a Ryu in the middle and you could enter the code to pick Akuma. Oh yes, and you could do things like Raging Demon. They had somebody called Sakura in the game. Is that when kind of like PlayStation now come out? This car boy. This was a good place to practice your triples. Gosh, I ain't getting it. Owen, I know you're into streaming games and whatnot. What games are you into streaming these days? I'm thinking about maybe one day kind of graduate into Modern Warfare. I'm missing my Donkey Kong Country already. George Street Arcade was the cheapest, but you could get robbed. I never went to arcade, boy. But I remember there was there Concert Mall? I don't remember the name, mate. Boy, that was a big deal, and I think they had a pizza. They had a pizza boys downstairs. Honda not to be trusted, you know. When you hear Honda hold you and grab you and he started squeezing your belly and then hit you that fast and yeah, when Concert Mall as a little fella, I remember my brother carried me there and a whole set of us, yes, a bunch of us went, and it was, you walk down some stairs, I think on Frederick Street there. And come on, there, you're gonna get kicked in your head once you jump over. Perfect, boy. You want a thing? Yeah, I've installed that Modern Warfare, and I don't know in terms of streaming and getting the connection right and playing the game and whatnot. So hoping that work out. But that's the direction that I hope to be taking it. But the idea is that I should be able at the end of these live streams to produce tutorials and whatnot, so that if somebody wants to get a sense of how to go about it. That is my mission. I just want to learn and put the word out there. Blanca, boy. Blanca does hit real hard, man. But yeah, this is his own pattern. You could, just jump and foot sweep him when he jump over. Nah, don't try to do that. Ha! Kick in your head. Yeah, see the Modern Warfare is like 74 gigs. I feel like you might have battled with my cousin in Street Fighter, he's from Shogunas too. Yeah, boy. Hey, and watch me now. Real classic thing in the arcade long ago, of course, eh? You go, and when you're now learning to play, of course, use the man. It always had the hot fellas next to you, the hot men who could play the game. But they had no money for coins. They beat out all the games. And them fellas just standing by, man, to try and win a game fair. Hey, I'm gonna beat him out, I'm gonna win the wrongs, sir. And what? When them men play the wrongs and then they lose, and all them could tell you afterwards is, well, boy, hard luck there, boy. I thought that I win, but I thought I could have beat him. Worse yet if it was your last coin. But, getting into the streaming, because I have been streaming here for 31 minutes so far and trying to sort out the kinks of streaming and whatnot. Oh yeah, this fella had his own pattern. He could do a uppercut, he could do a swipe. Well, if I could get the uppercut. Hey, uppercut now, boy. Yeah, and I just seen on here for 31 minutes already, and I was like, shit, I can't do this for 2-3 hours. Hey, uppercut now, boy! Gosh. Oh, good. Yeah, boy, guys, this is a double swipe, boy. Hey, do you all remember in the first Street Fighter, the arcade version? Guile had a move when you jump forward, cuff, you pull back and you do the upside down kick, and then you pelt a sonic boom with slow magic or something, and he used to freeze in that pose. And when he freeze in that pose, you would now be able to grab a person and lock up the person, like they used to call it lock up. And when you lock up the person, the man who owned the arcade would have to come and reset the game, because it literally you lock up the game. That was only possible, as far as I know, in the first Street Fighter. Boy, in fact, I ring in here to get this uppercut. You lock up the game. The man had to come and reset the game altogether. The first man I see do that is Curtis, boy. Anytime you go introduce the mall arcade, and he used to be in Shogunas a long time, and you see a game sign Cly, C-L-Y, that man is one of the dreadest game players I know, boy. That man could really play video games, boy. To this day, I think he have like games like Terminator and Metal Slug. That name Cly. So there, he's the greatest I ever see. The best video game player in Trinidad. Back in that era, I don't know if he into live streaming and online games, however. Cly. When you see Cly in the arcade, any game you go into the mall and see sign Cly, the man bad for years. Come Ken, you're overdoing it. Hey, when I tell you, I just not getting uppercuts good at all, boy. Ken, like he needs some routine, boy. Which one, the red Ken? Oh gosh. Come Ken. Come Ken. No. Take that to the bank, Ken. Get ready. Yeah, hey, and listen, man. When you're playing Street Fighter anymore long time, and you bounce up somebody who could play Zanji for Dalsim, boy, them fellas was unstoppable, boy. Somebody who could play Zanji for Dalsim, Chongli too, eh? But them, it was a kind of different temperament or mood you had to enter to play them, boy. But give me my joystick any day, eh? And I find this particular, like, moves I would get easily with a Super Nintendo and PlayStation, and again he moves good with this particular I hear ringing like a novice to get moves, boy. But respect streamers. But there are a lot of models now that people could use to generate revenue, whether you're on TikTok. Ah, the moves coming in, why? What uppercut she get low? That's what we talking about. Perfect for Chongli, why? You win. Perfect. And what's the background now? Nobody moving in the background. At first, everybody pixelated. But it's like cartoons. I remember watching cartoons like up to things like Ghost of is Pirates of Dark Water, Street Fighter, and then everything started making a turn into photoreal type games and cartoons, and you feel like, alright, there's a new model here. What's the uppercut now? No, don't hit me. Again, he had it. Balrog could have never blocked good when you're jumping in with a cuff hit him. So once you get Balrog on his feet, and you jump in and you hit them at triples, you're good to go. With slight pepper. Are they get that joke? But if you don't time it right, he going and headbutt. He going and hit some dread hard headbutt right. You had the timing right. Take that, boxer. I'm playing this barrel, you want to be playing Donkey Kong Country, you know. I don't understand what's going on with that stage, right? Everything else showing good at, except that particular one. Oh, one lame thing about Street Fighter in the arcade was that it never used to preserve your scores. So you know, once you get plus 1,000,000 points in the arcade, it was 1,000,000 or 100,000, boy. I think 1,000,000. You know you're going up on that leaderboard. But when they reset the game, you used to lose your high score. So it wasn't fun from that point of view. Vega, boy. Again, heel flip. Well, I think more than in the arcade. He used to do it more in the arcade. When you're jumping to him, he would flip. Ah, that's what we're talking about. And then you had the opportunity to hit him at triples based on that. So Vega wasn't any kind of big challenge. Alright, keep climbing, brother. Way, you real climbing today, boy. Yeah, boy, you did that break back move, boy. Again, boy. Take that! Don't be barrel rolling me, partner. Don't be barrel rolling me at all. Alright, flip again. Flip again. Alright, and then you said he hit the stars. Sagat coming up, boy. That's the tough man here. That's the dread man to play. But again, he had his own strategy, which I think it was a little bit easier to do in the arcade. Light kick, hard cuff, uppercut. I mean, it's now they even had the genius to be programming these games to respond and defending, and fantastic, boy. So usually in the arcade, this is where if as good as I got, that you had to start, you might have to spend 2 coins at this point. Because when this fella decide to hit your tiger uppercut, you know he going and drain your life. Sagat, boy. That's what we talking about. And his hand long, eh, man? Right. That's what we talking about, brother. I know if we beaten them bison, but we can see what is going on. It's amazing when you're doing these things like streaming and whatnot, and you're kind of in a new area and you're trying to build an audience and you're starting from scratch. I think they mentioned Twitch as being one of the places that it's kind of difficult to start from scratch. I think based on how they sort the users. This guy had his own strategy too, you know. Alright. Oh boy. Come Bison. Come Bison. Ease him up. Way. Ah. Hey, 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 hey. The strategy for him was you jump in with light kick, you do a spin kick, and then you hit him uppercut. Come Bison. Alright, them all stick out through there. The thing about it is... Alright, I'm taking that. No! Last round, but let me beat you up. So Twitch is a platform that you could use to stream your games as well, just like I'm doing on YouTube here. But it's one of the kind of challenging. Right, that's what we talking about. No, the truman, man. So is this a streaming platform? Oh God! The man beat my boy. Yeah, so what you will have is a platform exactly like YouTube that you could use to stream your games here. So what I'm doing is I'm just resetting the game to play this final round. Stars again, doggy. Wait, a shame. A shame. But Twitch is, as a streaming platform, I think one of the things with Twitch is that you need, I don't know a lot about it, this is my first day streaming and I'm here to learn, right? What I think it is that you to promote. Nah, Bison, what are you doing, my boy? I was like a panicking. Yeah, what it is to be able to promote your page and whatnot. I think whoever has the most streamers or viewers usually appear to the top, so I think it's a little bit harder to break into. What they say is that ideally, if you're streaming on Twitch, you should have like a place to promote, your page. So usually somebody who has a Twitch account, they would say, okay, I am going to also set up a TikTok page. a Facebook page, and I will try to drive my traffic to there. So, as I say, part of this journey is kind of me now trying to figure out, well, which spot is the best spot for me to be streaming on. So in terms of, will your audience go for the ride with you in terms of what you have in mind, you know? So I kind of approaching it from a, I don't intend to kind of be, oopsie. Yep. I don't intend to be streaming like right through. It's just about the journey in terms and putting things in place for others to kind of follow. Well, this is what we'll be doing. I know I kind of rambling here nonsense, but now I'm a little bit agitated right now, and I need to be able to beat him. He's showing me up all of a sudden. I ain't getting no uppercut. I beat out everybody in grey except Bison. So what I'll do is I have some quick keys that I will save the game. I should be able to beat Bison, man. Come, Bison, go back in that corner there. No. This man beating me like a snake. I think a lot of people, I haven't watched articles or videos on it, but I see a lot of people moving away from Twitch to go to YouTube. Way, boy, that man kicking me hard, boy. Way, sir. Bison, you're sweating me, boy. Come take a uppercut there, man. No, man, you're missing moves. This man overdoing it, boy. Jed! I was looking real impressive for like the first 12 players or something here. This is licks. But telling you, if I had joystick, I beat him already, you know. Woohoo! You see, I'm missing moves, boy. Wait, sir. No, perfect. 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 This battle of the century here going on right now. Everything was smooth sailing. I was telling myself, Lyndon, boy, the years have gone by, but you still have the gaming in your blood. Take that, Bison. Spin kick. I'm trying to beat him in that corner. I ain't like to tell you. Come on, Bison. I could beat you in a corner. No, 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 no. Wait, sir. Bison and Akuma, two hard opponents here. Wait. Here now, my fingers start to feel like they're getting an extra padding on them, man. You know how long I ring control, so boy? And I'm missing the moves, boy. That's my problem. Don't miss moves. Don't miss moves. Alright, time for triples. Don't miss moves. That's what we talking about. Take that kick in your head there, Bison. Yeah, I remember the first time like going to arcade bar and you beat Bison. Because of course, like anything else, you start, you're learning the game, trying to go along. That was like a massive accomplishment, boy. Way. I started off playing with Guile. Eh? Guile was really my player. I realized when I'm in this corner, he's sorting me out like marbles. You're sorting me out, boy. Third wrong. Let me see who have it. True. Oh, I missed that through there, boy. No, 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 no. Ah! Ah! Oh no! Bison! So if you're a Street Fighter fan, who is your players? That's what you gotta do. Try and keep him in the corner. Yeah, boy. But the man, I realize when he get me in the corner, he's sorting my partner. And my biggest problem right now is missing moves. I'm missing the moves too much. Bison beating me like a snake, boy. Hey, sir. True. Spin kick. Spin kick. Take that. Yeah, man. I hope all enjoying the live stream and all this licks that are getting here right now. I not personally, I'm not enjoying it because it felt like smooth sailing up to the time. Come, don't be kicking me so much in the corner. Alright, don't be trading my either. No, no, you see? Listen, my fingers tender right now, you know. Alright, go in the corner there. Wait, that man ring out of that star already. That man ring out of that stars. Faster than. Let me stop there. Alright. I realize I'm panicking too much. Let me try and keep calm. Tell you what we talking about. Tell you what we talking about. Tell you what we talking about. What's that blood there, man? Tell you what we talking about. One more wrong stuff in here. All them school chairs surrounded here. Watch that, man. I remember being in secondary school, and it had when Mortal is. Tell you what we talking about. No, 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 no. Yes! Success! And then Ken Gill going and run out and check him. And yeah, boy, Mortal Kombat 4, which was. I remember it had Mortal Kombat 3, which is where you play Shao Kahn. I think they had just introduced Shao Kahn. And Mortal Kombat 4 afterwards was Quan Chi and Scorpion, and it had a Sub-Zero without a mask. That was a real big game for back in the day, boy. I really loved that game. Mortal Kombat 4. I was pretty good in Mortal 3 as well. One of the things I kind of had to figure out is there a way to stream? As I mentioned, I don't know anything about streaming, but I kind of wondering. I always used to sign my games. I don't know, I used to sign my games in the arcade. I'm not sure. But the high scores never used to last there because, you know, it wasn't anything to talk about. I used to sign it Zap. That bring back real memories there, boy. Can get married, everybody happy. Mortal Kombat, yes. Is there a way to stream from your PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2 onto OBS and YouTube? I'm not too sure. So that's one of the things that I had to look into. And what I'll do is I'll update this live stream here to include like all the gear that I'm using to currently do the streaming. One of the things I could tell you is you don't need to make any investments. You could just start real simple, and you know, if it pans out into something positive, then you try and take it from there. So Tekken, yeah, I never was a big fan of Tekken. Leon on this live, hey, Leon was a real coke in Street Fighter, boy. I went passion, and there was another arcade in Arima. I'm not familiar with the names of these streets in Arima, but what I could tell you is that you had to. It was opposite from Passion, so where the dial is there, I'm thinking that you would walk east, and then you have to walk up these stairs. Yeah, you walk up some narrow stairs on the side of the room, and what was the name of the arcade reaping what you saw? I don't remember. But I have been streaming so far for 55 minutes and 16 seconds, and I appreciate everybody who tuned in into the live stream. As I say, this is more a journey of what it takes to be a streamer and what games you should be playing. And I don't even know how fast the internet connection needs to be. But that's all part of the journey and some of the things that I hope to be documenting. Right now I have like 2 screens up. You know what? I'll do a little bit of recording so that when this translates into a video, you'll be able to see what it looks like. So let's bear with me a little second here. Okay, so currently I'm streaming. This is where I'm playing the video games. This is the camera here. And then in YouTube, because I've attached the streaming software, which is the OBS that I mentioned, is coming up here. So I can see the live chat reaping what you sow. I see King Cole in the chat. Big up to you, King Cole. You say you're bringing back memories from back in the day, bro. Good times. Yeah, that was the first time I went to Arima, and I had a real good partner up there, family, Franklin Keaton. And Franklin Keaton used to carry me there with my $20 in Passion. And yeah, when I land up in Passion and that $20 done, I say, Franklin, you have more money? I say, no, brother, time to go home. Big up to Franklin Keaton family and the folks in, on Calvary Hill. Years I ain't see all there, but it's good to reconnect with some all there. So let me try my luck with this Donkey Kong. If you all have any requests for Super Nintendo games that you would like to see, I think about playing some NBA Jam here right now. We're doing it old school in Trinidad and Tobago. I could get into Zelda, you know, but Zelda is a kind of long game. Maybe I was hoping to start with the Donkey Kong Country and beat it, but I don't know what's going on with this stage. Let me try a thing. Do streamers talk a lot? Because I feel like I'm talking plenty, but good thing my sister give me some water. Contra. I could... Wait, Contra is a beautiful game, boy, but it's so hard, boy. Alien Wars. This is a real boss game, but I am absolute rubbish in this game. So what I'll be doing is I'll kind of save as I go along and try to get it done. I remember I had 2 partners back in the day. The only man in the area with a Super Nintendo. And when them fellas set out to beat Contra, and they pull it off, they do it. There was a way that you could give lives to other people. I think I give you a play 2-player B. These fellas beat Contra. This game was real hard, boy. Alright, so looking like my... So what I'll be doing, I'm doing a walkthrough on Contra, but because I'm not very good in it, I'll have to kind of be, should I say cheating? I'll be cheating from the point of view that I'll save the game as I go along. And you had options where you could change the guns. Boy, revolutionary what these fellas were doing, boy. This game kind of introduced a little bit more buttons to the scheme of things because I'm pressing like R1 right now to be able to stay stationary and shoot. Oh, I missed a gun there, man. Oh yeah, I can't get that. Too spread right now. So as much as I like this game, I think I never really enjoy playing it. Yeah, and I mean, I kind of decent at it, but... Ah! How many men? Hey, wait now. I now realize something. The scream that they do, you know, there's a scream that they use in movies. I think they call it the Wilhelm scream. And I believe when they... in certain movies, it's like a kind of kicks thing for them to be using that. I think they call it the Wilhelm scream, where the men go, ah, ah. They used to tell it like Star Wars and different things. You get a little tongue there. What? When you press that, what you call it when you fire and you... The recoil. When that tank recoil, you're bouncing people behind you, you know. Bomber mash me up, boy. So I'm cheating and not saving the progress. If I die, I don't want to start over. So it's just really about showing you all what the first boss looks like. There's your bombs that you get in there. I guess they're preparing up. Alright. Contra in the house, boy. Yeah, boy, when that dog rush you. God, we'll save now. 2 lasers, boy. Now to stay in one position, you come in the corner here and hold in the R button. Oh, this is a dread gun. This is kind of hot. I like this gun. I think they call it the Crash. And they do your bad boy pose here. Watch the plane coming in. That's what we talking about. So that when, like, I think if you press shoot now, you will jump and fire both guns. Revolutionary stuff, boy. I mean, in the early stages of gaming, what these fellas were doing here, fantastic. I think you could get a life here. And then the plane would fly overhead and give you a little bit of fire. Come now, buddy. Wait, my timing bad. No. So, because you only have an option, if you look at the top left-hand side of the screen, you have a spread and you have option to have 2 guns. So I'll lose the homing gun there. Now something wrong, because to me I remember a plane used to fly overhead and drop some more fire. I feel like, I wonder if that is why Donkey Kong now working, by. Because something was clearly missing there. There was some fire that should have been in place. Wait, save that. So I have these 3 platforms, and when I press like down and jump, I'll be able to now access different aspects of the platforms. Aha. Now he defending his... Let me take a little save there. Now, Saddest big head that's defending everything, eh? You can imagine you wake up and see a turtle like that in your backyard. Come now, boy, move now, boy. Ah! Oh, this is something that you want to be real mindful of, because when that long tongue out, yes! tell you what we talking about. So I get to see Contra. And I really want to try and figure out why my Donkey Kong not working. And I'm streaming for a minute and an hour and 5 minutes, and brother man, this, yeah, if you're a streamer, you gotta make sure that you have good insurance for your back. Oh, this was one of the worst stages. I never enjoyed this stage. But I'm not going and play there, but that's the reminder that this top view that it had. And you had to destroy these fellas who popping out here. When you walk on them bombs, it's going and turn. I mean, it's going and deploy. This was too hard for me. So I used to probably die somewhere here in Contra. But again, revolutionary in terms of the shots that these guys were trying to pull off. Contra was nice, but frustrating. The ground used to be on fire. So something a little bit mixed up with my emulator here. And I want to see if I could resolve that and continue with the Donkey Kong, because that is the idea. So a day in the life of a streamer, boy. I don't know if my wife's still here. One of the things she's doing is looking at the time. I was like, hey, you remember your kids to pick up, eh? Don't forget that aspect at all, eh? So I just going and go very quickly into my Donkey Kong stream there. And see if I could make some sense as to why this... That is it! Yeah, something was off. So we continuing the adventure with Donkey Kong. There was a button that I had disabled in the emulator, and it was making certain aspects of the screen dark. Haley and Anna love this game, boy. And I love that they love this game. I don't know, it probably have parents in the stream, and I want to share something with you all. Something I really try to do. And I know I'm feeling on one front. So I'll give all you a sense of where I'm feeling. But let me start with something that I try to do. Something that I try to do is let's expose the kids to some of the old school stuff that we used to do. So like, for instance, they'll watch X-Men cartoons, or they'll look at these games that we play in. Where I am feeling perhaps as a parent is to be a bit more engaging in terms of what they do. You know, like the games they into or the cartoons that they into, and, you know, sit down and get our appreciation of it. So I am feeling at it, and that's something that I need to do better at. Oh, favorite stage in Donkey Kong, boy. One of the favorite stages. You know, to really kind of truly be engaged in their lifestyle and what they up to. So you have a sense of, it feels like a fair sense of communication that you're doing with them. Alright, yeah, Daddy showed me where he grew up, what he used to do, and he will learn a little bit about what I do. And yeah, definitely need to be more mindful of that. Something else that I need to be more mindful of is I think about my dad, who all you know, Lance and Luis Batiste, they have their channel. And Daddy will tell me sometimes about different things that he do in old school in terms of, you know, maybe shows he grew up watching in cinema. And I know I need to do a kind of better job in terms of, well, maybe he might recommend a movie or something, or an actor, and to build a sense of it. So I need to do a better job. But I really try to, and Kimberly as well, you know, give them a taste of, like, one of the running jokes we have with Haley is we expose her to X-Men. She probably a little too young for it, but we let her watch it. We would tell her, hey, you know, you could only watch one of these, you know, and then you have to wait till Saturday morning to see the next one. And she will have a good old laugh at that, boy, because she's like, why do I have to wait till next Saturday? Look, I see the screen is saying yes. Oh boy. So that is real funny for us, boy. And real funny for her too, because she just can't understand the concept of why do I have to wait till next Saturday to see one. And Kimberly was expressing, you know, hey, Heels, when you here on a morning, you started on a Saturday morning, you're probably brushing your teeth or something or eating breakfast and you hear and it's like, yeah boy, you know you're running towards that TV because you know if you miss anything, it have no rewinding, brother. This was a stage always kind of difficult for me to pass. Oh, because based on how, yeah boy, Bison gave me a real big sweat. He real sweat me. Yeah. Based on how well, sorry, I was talking about X-Men. Based on how hard you press the button here in the stage I'm playing, that determines how high the cart jumps. So like I pressed it too hard there just now, and I missed the G. And if I get the letters K-O-N-G for every stage, I will get an extra life. Yeah. Every 100 bananas you get extra life as well. Yeah, but as I was mentioning just now with, you know, like old school games and whatnot and movies, my dad will always tell me, you see, boy, you know, check out this actor now, boy. Check out this actor I used to look at now. And I don't do it as often as I should. Recently when I started, and then your children, they be in fear to you because it's like they opening they saying, alright daddy, cool, you want to show me a game that you grew up on? Cool, let me see it. Monkey jump and they into it and you're hooking up the computer and whatnot and you know you're doing it with them. So they open and you really have to have the level of maturity to say, okay, you know boy, they giving me a shot at it. Let me give a shot at what they're interested in, you know, as young ones. I want to learn to be able to do that a little bit better. To be a little bit more open-minded as to what they're about. Because it'll be a kind of selfish. You know? Something we did recently. And I started strong. And bam, I give up on it. I say, hey, you know, I am working hard on different things. I have the space and the time to work hard on it. So apart from being a programmer, I am a teacher, as I mentioned to you all. And part of my, you know, something I take a lot of satisfaction out of is teaching people things. I mean, I mightn't be the best, but at least in terms of, you know, gaining knowledge to say, if you wanted a little bit of a head start, where do you go? That is something that brings me satisfaction, being able to teach people things. The little I know, I want to be able to teach you it. And, you know, my wife, she gives me the time to experiment, try crazy ideas. So I say, well, you know, it had to have some kind of lock-off point in terms of a daily basis. Alright, their kids go to school from 9 to 12. I go in and be able to work on the things that I want to work on. You all know some of the different projects I work on. I don't have to mention them. And working on it, when you finish at the end of the day, you could plant your chair in front of TV or iPad for the whole day, you know. But recently, putting aside some time for them and saying, hey, you know what, from 5 to 6 girls, or 5 to half 6 before we start a touchdown for the night, let's spend some time playing toys together. And boy, as I mentioned earlier, I ain't stick with it. But I do it for about 2-3 days. And just thinking about it, I'm feeling to cry. I'll tell you why. Them children had so much of fun, where you might just look at them and say, all they want to do is watch TV. All they want to do is play video games. Them children had so much fun in that space of time. To say, hey, yeah boy, daddy boy, we playing games again tomorrow. No sense of they're not enjoying it or anything. And the younger your children are, the truth is, That is the only time you have with them. When they reach a certain age, they're going to be so heavily involved with different things that they ain't really going to have time for you. So in the are you spending time? Are you spending time, you know, playing with your children? You know what I mean? Are you spending time playing with your children? Because you might accuse them of you know, only wanting to do one thing. But if you're spending time and that is all they're doing, the only option they have, well, they're going to spend time doing that. That is the reality. I'm learning that more and more as a parent. Oh, this was a miserable stage, but there's a secret which I'll show you all in a bit. Just to catch up on the chat. Yeah, boy, Bison was getting me. What would you say was probably the worst designed game console? Mine is Nintendo 64 only because the controller became a torture device. So, yeah, the Nintendo 64 was a little bit weird. I get the sense that they were trying something different and bringing it to the table. But one of my favorite games lives on our console, and that's the Ocarina of Time. Really, really enjoyed that game. Ocarina of Time was, I don't know, but the thought that went into the story and whatnot. Fantastic game. I never was although it had some good games, I never really made sense of the Sega Genesis. This stage you have barrels that marked stop or go. And you have to, when you have these crazy guys who would just be running up and down trying to hit you, and when you hit stop, they would fall asleep, for lack of a better word. And when they fall asleep, you have the option to kind of move past them. It gets progressively harder. And because it's a hard stage, there's a little bit of a secret at the beginning that allows you to... it serves as a shortcut. So you see them fellas lying down there? Right, I reach my barrel. It's going to get progressively harder because now I need to jump. Jump, 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 jump. That was lame, Dre. That was lame. Alright, Donkey Kong, let me go. So I'm using this here because I want... Oh, hey, it had a secret passage here. I never discovered our passage. What do you have in here, boy? These... Oh gosh. Excuse me. Agreed. 64 was the worst. Smash Brothers was great though. Yeah, Smash Brothers was a big game boy. The joystick was pressure. And the handheld one. We're talking about like far back as the Game Boy. You know, I never had... I was exposed to plenty games. I never was really exposed to things along the lines of handheld games. Even like I never, even though I grew up in that era, I never played a Game Boy. I can't remember playing a Game Boy. Watch how ridiculous this getting. Woo! Wait, I'm supposed to bring that tire there? Boy, they overdoing it here now, boy. They're killing it with these men who running fast here, boy. I could feel the pressure on. Oh boy, I jump on him and he make me short jump. sir. I now appreciate. I remember when I first discovered that shortcut, and it was like, yeah, boy, that's a serious shortcut that they have there. I now understand why they have it, because this is a remarkably hard stage early. So I need to push this tire, jump. You know what? Let me stop that again. Timing. Yes, you could get it. You get it. Go right there. What we talking about? The only thing I missed was the O in that. But there's a shortcut, and I'll show it to you quickly in that game. In that game, there's a shortcut where at the beginning of the stage, because if you don't want to run through all these guys, and usually your life may have been a little bit low at this point in time, you just walk back, and that shortcut door, it sends you to a barrel, and you get to the end of the stage. So it's a way to so I've bypassed the entire stage there. Bypassing, of course, you miss all the secrets and whatnot it may have. I think I need to do a stream and stretch, boy. And if you're in the live following and you're a gamer, thank you very much for your support. As I just running this experiment to see what I could learn about streaming and how it goes, with the hope that I could grow the channel into a tutorial-based resource for streamers. That is my mission. Give me a second. Let me stretch these 10 foot. Oh. These guys interesting because I do think you could roll them. Yeah, if you roll them with Donkey Kong, you bounce off them, and if you roll them with Diddy Kong, I think you die. But they could take barrel. Barrel is smash them up. If I'm not mistaken, the guy who made Donkey Kong and responsible for Super Nintendo and Super Nintendo, responsible for Mario Brothers and Zelda, you know. I think it's some kind of Miyamoto or something. Not too sure. Didn't want that to happen. Oh! I was supposed to press down. Oh, at least I didn't realize I got the barrel. Now this has a particular purpose, but is what? I think you could jump on top maybe? Oh yeah, it have a platform. There's a platform on top. Jump, 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 jump. Too late, Lyndon, too late. So I never play Gamecast. But I always remember the feeling of, you know, like this, when you see these games and you thought about how awesome it was, it's like, it can't get better than this. I know for a fact, it could never get better than this, and it increasingly was always improved. But I guess it's like, you know, like movies maybe. You always feel like, you know, the movies of my era, the games of my era, they're the best, and they will always stand the test of time. They will always be the best. And then you move on. You think about like YouTube and streaming and games and whatnot, and probably people thinking that this is the best. It can't get better than this, and maybe that's where things like metaverse and whatnot will come into play, and different type of technologies, because you're always innovative. You're always innovating. You're always trying to make it better. And I guess when you have a YouTube channel, I could think about different creators that I know. You're always trying to kind of find the right form of production, and it should make sense that that's why you have different type of tools available to you. You have tools available to do shorts, live streams, making videos, and that's what you're currently doing. You're always innovating. You're always trying to learn to do better. This is the boss that I was mentioning that I thought was the first boss. Hey Lyndon, where you pull out this game? Yeah, boy, this from Super Nintendo, Trini in Finland. Big up to you, sir, and welcome to the live stream. I'm playing a old school Super Nintendo game here. Now pause to drink a little bit of water. I don't know if you can see the time as to how long I'm streaming, but I'm streaming for an hour and 26 minutes. I'm trying to see what the streaming experience is like, with the hope that I might be able to share my experience if anybody else want to learn about streaming. So this is, I don't know how long this experiment will run for, but that is what I'm doing here. That's the mission I'm on. So I'm going old school, because what I'm pretending to do, well, and a lot of this is true, I'm pretending to be a streamer that now start. I have no idea what games I should be playing, what equipment I should be using, and I'm deciding to start with the games that I know and familiar with, which is one of my favorite Nintendo games here, Donkey Kong Country, Super Nintendo, sorry. Oh gosh. I never liked this bird, boy. And you have a real Kubo look, eh? And easy, you know, but you see when he come high up there, he just try to tie up. Yeah, he looks simple, eh? First time I play him, it's like, yeah, he's a soft man, boy. I beat you in a hurry, I get back my bananas. The last couple of days, the last 2 days or since Saturday, have we gained some sun in Trinidad, and boy, talk about I glad to see sun. Since June is just raining, no partner. Just rain. And I feel so glad to see sun, eh? It's amazing. It's like where you was all the time, partner. And grass just growing, eh? So it's cotton bush like that. I could understand why people in them countries now will tell you things like, oh yeah boy, in Ireland here or in England it's just rainy weather and we love to come to the Caribbean. I understand now, because I feel like I was living in a different country for a while. Every 100 bananas I'm looking for bananas to get extra life. As many bananas I could get. Hey, jump on him man now, eh? Ah! Trini in Finland, how your channel going? It growing? Yeah, hitting the targets that you would like to hit? What's your goals for your channel that you have in mind in terms of where you would like it to be at the end of the year? Plenty rain in your area? So one of the things that I'm realizing too in terms of like setting up your stream, I should be able to have my monitor in an area that I could be playing the game and easily glance across to see the comment section. Right now where I have it set up, I guess I could turn the chair and make it easier. I should be able to just kind of glimpse across and see what the screen looks like, you know. Live streams, for the people who into content creation here, live streams is one of the options too that you have. You have different sections of your web in YouTube Studio. You could enable things like super thanks, super chat. So like if somebody wants to support your channel, they could, I guess, do things like basically tip you if they wanted to. So I can't get this timing down here at all. I had to wait on them flies to give me a space up. Boy, that was lame. So you have options, you know, tools like platforms like Twitch and YouTube. They're really trying to build things out so that creation, you know, you could be making a form of income with your channel. Shorts. Something I will say about shorts is that you could post shorts in between and really reach a wide number of people in a short space of time. You don't, and there's no way that I could tell you, you know, what the success of certain things going to be. Ah, shucks. So it's all about experimenting, and it's all about being able, the way I see it, if you want to grow and you want to be successful in your YouTube journey that you have, you just kind of need to be producing. You need to be producing content. Right now, this mightn't be content that will interest everyone on the channel, but one day it might have people who into like kind of looking up, setting up Twitch or a gaming, and they might come across it and it serves as a resource to them. So you have to be making stuff. You have to be making. You have to constantly be experimenting and trying new things. Looking back on my journey as a writer and creating these YouTube channels that I have, and I am on YouTube kind of by, should I say, chance, because I was focusing on Facebook, and my wife, she said to me, she said, bro, you're just in quite getting the success that you're probably enjoying on Facebook. So here's what. Excuse me. Jump over on YouTube and see. It look like it's easier to hit some of the monetization targets and whatnot. See how things going over there for you. So I jump. So I jump across on YouTube and I realize I hit the targets. Right? It take a while. It take me years to reach it. But being here, I think it was a good choice. Yes, it was a good choice because I hit the monetization, you have a growing audience, and it allows me to kind of turn my attention now to different things that I might be experimenting. So you need to focus on one thing. Is it possible to grow your TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and all these things at the same time? Certainly. Is it possible to do it as a one-man show? Well, it might be a little bit harder. So you have to be really aware in terms of the limited resources that you have and the goals that you know you want to accomplish. Focus on one thing, you let it grow, and then from there, you expand into the other areas, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. Experimenting. But I have particular missions that I'm working on. So it's a kind of mixture of entertainment and education at the same time. That is what I'm doing. But you must have some kind of focus. As I say, shorts is ideal for maybe growing your channel, reaching people that you may not reach with your regular videos. Oh, that's a hard jump. I guess they had some kind of frog I could have gotten in this stage because that's what would help me roll down there. Should I risk getting that by? Let me see. Oh yeah, I get it. And I had 3 of them. Yeah. So there's an option to get lives. I think every 100 of these little ostriches I get, I'll be able to. So it takes years. I see reaping what you sow here. I see Trini in Finland here. You know, you could try growing your channel through collaborations, but at the end of it, you know, you want to be sure that the people that you get that follow in your journey, they're into the content. So how do you mix your education and entertainment? Like for instance, if I'm talking about Trini in Finland, are there certain things that you could share with your audience from the perspective of a Trini in Finland? Well, it has to do with renting, settling down, finding jobs, and then you might find the perfect mix. And you might say, well, maybe I wouldn't have enough Trinis to do that with. Well, maybe you might do it from a Caribbean perspective. You know, you might choose to do it from a Caribbean perspective, and I mean, I never think about going to Finland or migrating in my life in that manner. But if there are other people thinking about it, maybe you might be the resource that they come to. Shucks. Reaping all you sow. I know you I know you kind of the stage where you have your ideas in terms of like farming and what you're doing there and learning to become a farmer. But you must never. It have two aspects to this, so kind of take it with a pinch of salt. You know, like don't pigeonhole yourself. For instance, when I was doing Red Wall News, I became a little bit reluctant when I realized that it was green. Not that it ever turned into anything fancy. You know, it's nothing fancy, but I became a little bit. Can I become a vlogger, boy? Is it okay for me to be doing Red Wall News and vlogging? It don't really seem like there's a fit. If I had done that to myself and really stuck with that, then what would have probably happened is I'd never work with people like Mr. Bata and Mr. Harry. So you had to be able to say, you had to be willing to experiment up to a point. Me and Lyndon Batiste Raw kind of helped me solve some of these problems here. I experimented with live stream. I have a particular mission in mind, and it may not appeal. It may not appeal to everyone in the audience, but you know what? It might one day. Oh no! It might one day appeal to people in the audience, or you find a new audience, people who along the lines of streaming and whatnot, or want to learn about streaming. Yeah, man, Reaping Oil, so I hope you're working on a video right now. You know, you could be watching YouTube, but you're supposed to be working on a video. Yeah, Trini in Finland, you're welcome, brother. Any questions you have, feel free. I am not an expert, but I am willing to share what I know. I'll share anything except how to beat me in Street Fighter. Haha. Another thing for this game that stood out when it came. The music, boy. The music was just fantastic. And if I'm not mistaken, when you look at these games, it's all kind of 4 megabytes big or 5 megabytes big that they had on a cartridge, you know? How they pull off that? Timing that tire to land on it, kinda. Alright. So at the risk of losing Donkey Kong, I decided to get that ostrich. Because when I get at his extra lives you're looking at. Making some... What are you making law turds for? You're supposed to be finding templates for that. On what, DaVinci Resolve? You're giving yourself hard work, brother. I talk to you about that. Don't give yourself hard work. Don't give yourself hard work at all. You have templates. Sites like mixkit.co. Mixkit.co is a good resource for finding templates, I think, for DaVinci Resolve and whatnot. The idea is to be, you make your... Here what I will say about streaming so far, right? This is a real, what I would consider a real easy format for producing stuff. Real easy format, because once you have your setup, whether it's your laptop, your game controller, your mouse pad or whatever, you just come. I ain't even studying how my lighting looking right now. Sit down, play some games, maybe have a particular topic or conversation that I'm going with, and I'm playing the game based on that. So this is an easy format. Probably the thing that you need to carry the most here is an interesting game and the personality. And it don't matter what your personality, you are you, right? So you don't need to have any fancy personality for it. And maybe a sense of what topics might be carrying you for the purpose of the live stream. A good internet connection, but the easier production is for you as a YouTuber, as a streamer, the better for you. Because it makes it easy to produce. That is why kind of character-based stuff, it could become a little bit difficult because you have to think about how it is. I need to dress up, I need to put on makeup, you know, whatever factors. Those things hard. Then the second thing that hard is having to transfer stuff from your phone to your editing software. It really is a simple thing, you know. I'm making it sound hard, but it could become so monotonous that it makes production difficult for you. So mixkit.co is the name of the site. So the easier production is, the closer you are to your personality. That is why, I mean, apart from the writing point of view, I mentioned to you that I don't do things like Redwall News as often. Not because I don't like to do it, but it's a certain role and mode you have to get into. And I don't necessarily want to be in that mode. Wait, this hamster man going and run me down, you know. I wonder if I'm part of streamers Arsenal. How close you are to stream to your toilet, boy? Because right now I'm feeling like I'm far from the toilet and I'm streaming for 1:42 minutes. I get up once to stretch. You had to have... I don't even stream, but one of the things I could tell you is that, hey, you need to have some kind of protocol to keep yourself healthy, boy. Well, yes. I see the bananas pointing down as an arrow and I decide to follow it, but I drift off to my left. You had to be able to say you could get up and stretch, and I had to find out about that. You see, look at the banana arrow, go straight down. Secret barrel. Yeah, and Lyndon Batiste Raw was part of the effort to make production a little bit easier for me. Because by making production easier, it means you could produce more, you could try new things, grow your channel in different ways, and focus on things like, you know, monetization, sponsorship. Yeah, your first target is that your first target is that 1,000 subscribers that you need to hit. And if you could really find a way to marry your entertainment with education, is the easier you're making your life. Where yeah. So I'll probably stream for like about half an hour again. and then try to catch up. No, about 15 minutes again, and then catch up on some responsibilities. One of the things I want to be doing in the background is find out the different applications or games that I could maybe get into some multiplayer live streams. I'm thinking about starting with Modern Warfare. Yeah, alright, and things like Call of Duty are not nothing. I just never play it in any big way. But alright in it. But this could turn you into a zombie. I'm feeling like I could. Aye. Wait, that is wickedness, boy. Watch where they stop that thing now. That real wickedness, boy. Once you end up behind the hamster wheel, you're dead. Yeah, streaming for almost 2 hours. I feel in the wear and tear on it, I feel in the wear and tear of this, and because I haven't played video games apart from playing with the kids in a constant way like this. Like, hey, is this me ponging game? I guess multiplayer games will make it a little bit easier. You'll probably feel like the time going by a little bit. Oh my, I get hit again in the same place. But my mission is to finish Donkey Kong Country, yeah? Might take me a couple weeks to do that, I guess. That's what we talking about. Mashing them up. Yeah, I feel like I come out of cinema. Long time. Overwatch 2 is nice and Street Fighter 6 coming out. And that is what, for PC? That you could buy those games, or you had to buy that for a console and then stream it. Hey, Metal Slug, boy, good old school game. I was never really good at it though, but I always enjoy. Oh yeah, watch Bacchanal. Watch Bacchanal. Alright, in that barrel, partner. You understand? I could make it. I think this is the stage where the monkeys and they just be pelting barrels at you. So you'll be following like 2 aspects of this, the live streams and then the information that goes into. Ay, nah man, you hit me boy with Maastricht, boy. I was enjoying riding Maastricht. I feel like my eyes getting small. Way monkey. At time I went to the zoo, boy, and it had this, you know, well, I should use the right word, ape. This ape in this big cage to the far and the northern end of the zoo, right? And there's this lady there, so my boy had upstairs and downstairs and like about 2 TVs, eh? You can see him through the bars or whatever, he just rock back cool and whatnot. And let me stretch. So as I approaching the I'm too old to be streaming game. So as I approaching the cage, this massive upstairs and downstairs cage with platforms made out of pallets and wood, real, you know, up to times kind of monkey cage. I was like, there's this lady there with a bag and whatnot. I was like, monkey, what you saying? A little too loud, maybe a little too loud. As I approach the lady, you know, she looks at me very upset and she's like, that is not a monkey, that is an ape. And this ape has feelings. How would you like if somebody walks up to you and call you monkey? Instead of you, so we get to talking, right? I apologize or whatever. Kimberly there with me. And I was like, so you know, what you up to? And she's like, I come and I visit this ape. I think she has a name. I don't remember the name of the ape. But she has feelings and is sensitive, and I visit here and, you know, to keep her company and take care of her. I was like, alright, cool, interesting way to spend your week. You know, some of us will probably stream and you'll probably visit the ape. Yeah, and I went back to the zoo and I didn't see the monkey. I mean the ape. Haley and they love this game. It would be, but they're always scared, you know, because as you're pulling the screen left or right, they're always like, what's coming up, daddy? Oh no, there's a spider there. Oh, there's a clam. Oh yes. Oh, Metal Gear, boy, with Solid Snake. You're talking game there. Metal Gear back in the day with Solid Snake and Liquid Snake and Revolver Ocelot. Man, that was playing them things for the first time. Phenomenal what them fellas accomplished with Metal Gear. I have some, like, the last thing I had was a PlayStation 3, but I'm not really aware of like if you could stream stuff from the PlayStation. Maybe they have certain types of tech, like a capture card or something that you could transfer the images or the output from it. But I'm not at all familiar with it. But as I say, this is a learning experience that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, Metal Gear, big game. So no, both are cross-platform games, and Overwatch 2 is free. So Joe, fix it. Hey, I don't recognize that username. That is Joey that I'm thinking about, or that is somebody Fix or Fling? Or somebody different? I will definitely look into that Overwatch and download it, because yeah, I'm curious to see what options, you know, people who just thinking about starting off with streaming, where to start and how you evolve over time. I don't know that I'll be able to dedicate a lot of time to it though, and it's kind of like, you know, finding a sweet spot as to how to manage the games that they play, because gosh, too close to that guy. You know, one of the games that I wanted to play as well is Double Dragon 1 from Nintendo. I remember Double Dragon 1? Or is it Double Dragon 2? The first boss you fight used to be on top of a building, and when you beat him, he used to go ear, ear. Elgato is used. Okay. Yeah. No, I think they have no, I think about something called the Stream Deck, which is allow you to, like, I think like switch views or something that they have. But if you say Overwatch is something that I could get on the computer, and what type of game is that? Like a Call of Duty type game? So I want to hit like about the 2-hour mark in streaming, and then I'll stop. But this is this is an interesting way of I say interesting from the point of view of like sustaining a life like this as a streamer. I mean, just in my little experience here for this 2 hours, it feels I often wonder though that a lot of the people that I see, you know, that into video games is like, well, how come you don't stream? Because you could probably find a way to, you know, to maybe make some money off of what you doing? Why you don't stream? I'm like, nah, I just want to play the game or whatever the case might be. So it is. I mean, not that you have to stream, but I kind of I guess my mind constantly in terms of I like to consume things, yes, but was a way that you could consume and create at the same time. Oh, what I do there, man? These flies real annoying. These bees, however, especially when they're red. Ah! I mash them up. So, folks, I really appreciate all your tuning in. And what I will do is I will share different aspects of streaming as I go along, and the things that I am learning from the adventure. I look forward to kind of continuing this live stream with Donkey Kong and finding out more about what games you could be playing multiplayer. Thanks for the suggestion with Overwatch and the different type of games that you could be playing. So I know, I'm looking for like just how was the journey of a streamer. And I start old school, I get some good information, I learn about some technology, I learn about Overwatch 2. You mentioned another game as well, Street Fighter 6 cross-platform, and Call of Duty, that I believe is the Warzone. So after finish, get that to download, and thank you very much for tuning in, and have a nice day. Let me end this stream and go and do some work. I'm curious to see, if he could make a career out of streaming, boy. Not that I want to, but how do you go about it? So I just want to tape the end of this video. I'll do it on the live stream here. So I just finished stream for about approaching 2 hours. My legs hurt, my back hurts, and other body parts hurt as well. I learned some cool things up. I learned about 2 games that you could potentially be streaming. So thanks very much to the people that shared that information. There's something called Overwatch 2. There's Call of Duty, Warzone I think it's called. And I want to be continuing this Donkey Kong Country game. So remember, the links to all the products that I mentioned is there. But you don't, as far as I see it, you don't need fancy technology to get started. You could start with the basic webcam microphone that comes installed with your computer to try out the streaming. But that Logitech C920 is a good starter place for your camera. I think it's working pretty well for me, and I look forward to it. So there's my little streaming area here. Take care, bye. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I'm gonna end this stream now. Take care and have a nice day. King Cole, thank you. RH, thank you for tuning in now and then. Kimberly, thanks for tuning in. And earlier, Kimberly is a real good Call of Duty player. At first, I didn't want her to start playing it, and then she's like, getting to it. This is for PlayStation 3, I think. Yeah, Black Ops 2. And then this girl started beating me in the game, and I was like, well, you're not supposed to be playing game. You have things to do. Yeah. Big up to them, man. Thanks for the support and everything that we do. I'm going to end the stream there now.